Brace yourselves, a momentous event is coming to your screens this year. Emmerdale is getting a new owner of the Woolpack and, as every soap fan knows, the changing of the guard at the boozer is a momentous event. Thanks to the scheming of Al Chapman, Michael Wildman, Chaz and Mandy Dingle, Lucy Pargeter and Mark Carnock have been ousted from their beloved pub, which opens up the bidding in an auction. But who will the mysterious new owner be? And can they pull a pint with just the right amount of head? Producer Laura Shaw said, "I think we're going to see a lot more pushing and things might get a little bit worse for Chaz and Paddy before they get better. From the ashes of Christmas Day, we're going to see a shiny new Woolpack emerge this year, and the fight for who's going to control it will definitely be on. Who's going to be victoriously holding their keys at the end of it though? Who's going to have their name over the door? You're going to have to watch to find out." PFFFT, I am not waiting for that before getting my speculation hat on. Here's who must be poised to take the reins. Kim Tate and Will Taylor. She has the biggest budget in the village and she buys businesses and properties like a kid buys sweets. She loves throwing her weight about and getting many a backup, so what better way for her to show her authority by taking the helm in the hub of Emmerdale? With Will by her side, she would dish out a free bub with every drink, even more during happy hour. Or would that be snappy hour? Honestly, I'd love to see it, and Kim as landlady can only mean more scenes of her, which can only be for the greater good. Charity Dingle. Charity has experience behind the bar of the Woolpack, although admittedly she was a bit of a work dodger. Mind you, that's what staff are for, isn't it? Charity was as wasted as the customers when it came to longevity in the Woolpack, so surely it's time to get her and her exasperation and quips back where they belong. With so many connections in the village, Charity is primed to be central to many a pub row and shenanigan. Who might take it on with her? Well, I'm hoping that Vanessa might be her partner in the boozer. She'd at least keep things afloat while Charity is putting her feet up in the back room. This route would also keep the pub in the Dingle family, which may keep Chaz in a job, though with a bit less of a wage, in all fairness. Moira and Kane Dingle, Matty Barton, and Mac Boyd. Why not make it a family affair? Moira has experienced a desert-like drought of screen time recently, so placing her in the pub would be a way to fix this audacity. But she would fit right at home behind the bar. She will be warm and welcoming, but she will take no crap. And she won't be afraid of pulling her sleeves up. Matty can be the amiable one to welcome punters in, and Mac can be the charmer to keep them from pouring back out. And who better to launch barred customers out than Kane, when he isn't busy holding people hostage in barns, that is. Mandy and Vinnie Dingle. Mandy would be a hoot behind the bar, as she was in previous years. Just think of the theme nights. I'd be there in a flash. Perhaps the Woolly could do with some livening up and a party atmosphere, although long-term fans might see it as too far to put leopard skin wallpaper up. There will be laughs aplenty and bleeding noses with the Bloody Marys if anyone steps out of line. Faithful Vinnie will keep her in check as best he can, although it might be a bit dodgy for him to run a pub given girlfriend lives battle with alcoholism. Bernice and Rodney Blackstock. Bernice has been at the helm before, and she might think it's high time to follow in her mother's footsteps and get the Blackstock name above the door. While Bernice might be too busy filing her nails and getting the wrong idea about customers merely smiling at her, she would be the gossip queen, trading tidbits of information across the bar. While she might be no good at stopping tension in the place, she wouldn't really care, as she would have a front row seat to any scandal and can be the first to pass comment on it. Rodney would be there as the moneybags of the operation, and he would have an eye for the lady customers, hopefully using his charm, or is it smarm, to win people over. It would be chaos, but it would be entertaining. Eric Pollard. We have missed Eric being prominent to the main businesses of Emmerdale. He is a little too tucked away in the B&B, we're sure you will agree. With plenty in the way of finance, Eric would be quite the job's worth in there, able to wind up his loyal customers. Price hikes? Watering down drinks? banning use of the customer toilets unless a £10 spend minimum is made? Oh yes, I can totally see it all. And I would love to watch him getting a taste of comeuppance from irritated patrons. Nicola and Jimmy. Nicola is constantly saying how she needs a new project in her life to get her teeth into, and these two would make quite the team at the Woolly. As Nicola makes bumbling Jimmy do all the graft, she will be offending the customers, being totally anal about accounts and henpegging Jimmy at all times. The inevitable bickering behind the bar and Jimmy's usual giving in to his wife's demand would give us a Jack and Vera kind of energy behind the bar, creating lots of comedy. Mina. Mina can get away with anything, so why can't she evade justice and take over the pub, terrorizing her customers? She can snap up the next male obsession who walks in, and she can punish any of her enemies with a swift drop or two of cyanide into their Bacardi and Coke. And who needs a jukebox when Mina can just regale everyone with her long list of hits? The only problem is, the pub tends to blow up when she is nearby, and she is rather dangerous too, so your bag of nuts could be your last.